Hello, fellow food lovers. Today I will be making beef and Chinese broccoli, also known as Gai Lan, stir fry. You will need half a pound of beef and a pound of Chinese broccoli, also called Gai Lan. For the sauce, you're going to need 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon chicken powder, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, and 2 pieces of garlic. For the beef marinade, you will need Chinese white pepper, Chinese cooking wine, soy sauce, sesame oil, and cooking oil. Okay, I have half a pound of thinly sliced beef. I'm going to marinate it, so I'm going to add some Chinese white pepper, Chinese cooking wine, soy sauce, sesame oil, and cooking oil. So massage the sauce into the meat with your fingers. You can also use chopsticks or a spoon. Okay, I have 2 pieces of garlic. I'm going to smash them with the side of the knife, then give it a fine mince. Okay, I have about a pound of Chinese broccoli called Gai Lan. This is what it looks like up close. So I'm going to cut them into about 3 to 4 pieces each. I'm going to cut it where a leaf meets the stem, so that each piece has a leaf. Yeah, so I'm going to cut there, above the leaf, there, and there. So that's one piece. It's got a leaf attached to a bit of stem. Okay, so all the pieces are cut now. So you want to give the vegetable a quick wash. Sometimes Gai Lan, Chinese broccoli, can be a little on the dirty side. Just gotta move it around the water and then drain the water. Okay, I have the wok on high heat. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil in there. Give it a swirl so the bottom's coated in oil. Then I'm going to add the beef. So sometimes when you put marinade in there, it could be a lot of liquid on the bottom of the bowl with the meat. So before you fry it, drain off any excess liquid, because it'll make it difficult to stir fry the meat if it's really wet. It'll end up boiling the meat more than stir frying it. So yeah, draining the extra sauce out before you put it into the wok. Okay, so a couple minutes have passed by. The meat's probably about 60 to 70% cooked. You're gonna finish cooking it off with the veggies, so don't cook it 100% right now. Just do it till it's 60 to 70% cooked. Okay, so I washed the wok. It's clean again and it's on high heat. So I added 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. I added the garlic. You want the garlic to be slightly brown before you add the greens, so that it kind of releases the garlic flavor into the oil, and that's going to help develop the sauce. You don't want the garlic too dark before you add the greens, so that was maybe 30 seconds, and then in go the Chinese broccoli. So that looks like a lot of broccoli. It's actually sitting over the wok, but just let the bottom cook for about 3 minutes, and then turn it over. And then as the greens cook, they'll kind of wither and shrink, and they'll all fit in the wok. Just turn it over every 2-3 minutes. The stir fry portion of this, of stir frying the greens, takes maybe 3-4 minutes total. As you can see, this is probably 4 minutes. The veggies are all wilted and kind of sit nicely in the wok. And you want to stir it up so that the garlic comes from the bottom to the top, and it kind of evenly coats the Chinese greens. Okay, we're going to add 1 cup of water. We'll make the sauce now. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. One tablespoon of oyster sauce. One teaspoon of chicken powder. And 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. The sesame oil gives the stir fry a nice kind of nutty taste. Okay, so give that a stir, mix the sauces in with the water. We're going to add the beef back in. And we're going to put a lid on there. So we're going to finish cooking off the greens and the beef, kind of steaming it. So we're going to put the lid on there for maybe 2-3 minutes. It's not going to be very long. And then all the water that boils turns into steam, and it'll kind of help steam the veggies. Okay, so while we're waiting, we're going to make the cornstarch slurry. So we're going to take 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water to that. Make sure you use cold water, don't use hot water. It'll cook the cornstarch and it'll ruin it. So cold or room temperature water is totally fine. Okay, so the veggies and the beef are pretty much cooked. So I took the lid off. So the lid was just on there for 3 minutes. You don't have to put it on there for much longer than that. Give that a stir, mix the beef in with the greens, and then we're going to add the cornstarch slurry. and that'll thicken up the sauce. So as soon as you add the cornstarch slurry, you want to mix the sauce right away so that the cornstarch incorporates into the sauce and helps thicken it. If you wait too long, then the cornstarch cooks before being stirred into the sauce. It can have little clumps of cornstarch in your stir fry, which is look kind of nasty. So yeah, stir it as soon as you add the cornstarch. Don't wait too long. Okay, it's done. So I turn the heat off. I'm going to transfer the dish over to the serving plate. This is a very traditional Cantonese dish. And it's a fairly complete meal too. You can have just this and rice and you should have a good meal. So if there's too much sauce in there, you don't have to ladle all the sauce into the serving plate. You can just leave whatever sauce is like too much in the wok and just kind of throw it out. Okay, there you have it. That's beef and Chinese broccoli, also known as Gai Lan. Very traditional and famous Cantonese dish. Okay, bon appetit.